Of emotional weight, sometimes the Pelicans can cause you to carry around quite a bit. And it's been a rough week for the boys. And so right now we're going to talk to one of the guys that covers the team for ESPN, Andrew Lopez. Check out his work on, you guessed it, ESPN.com. Drew, what's going on, man? How you doing this morning?
I'm good, man. I'm probably better than the Pels are doing. Probably better than some Pels fans out there, but
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, so we did a quick little recap of last night's game, last segment. Um, There's a lot of good. There's a lot of bad. How Al Horford came down with that rebound, I'll never know. Why Nickeil Alexander-Walker takes the last shot and it's a three, I don't quite know either. But before we get there, when you look at last night and really the last couple of games, what is the thing that is most holding this Pelicans team back?
It's the thing that actually helped them through the first 5 games, and that's defense. And their defense has slipped a little bit. Um, we were asking Stan Van Gundy questions last night, right? And he's like, guys, I was a member of the media for 2 years doing some games. He goes, you're always going to look to offense. He goes, there's one number. There's only one number you need to talk about tonight, 27. We gave up 27 fast break points to a team that was averaging 7.5.
Ooh.
He's like, we don't need to talk about anything else. That's literally the only thing we need to talk about. I think we got our first Stan Van Gundy curse word of the year.
Hey.
That's how upset he was.
What word was it? Just curious.
It was BS.
Oh,
I think I
okay.
can get away with that.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
He still got a ways to go before he catches up to JJ in the Pelicans curse word rankings for this season. But he was upset, and he was like, and the players we talked to, it's like it comes down to a want to when you're trying to improve defense. It's not a matter. They don't think it's a matter of scheme. It's just a matter of getting back and stopping guys. And I think that's kind of where I think the major issue is for them right now.
So I wasn't aware of the 27, the 7.5 average. That is horrible. What about this? Some of the other ideas that I've seen kind of bandied about. It just feels like they need some sort of consistent scoring production, not named Zion Williamson or Brandon Ingram. Like those two guys have been fantastic. Really, Ingram, Zion, and Steven Adams to me have been fantastic. Where else though? Like who is going to be the answer there? Who could maybe be the guy that steps up and gives you that scoring?
I think you have to look to the bench. I mean, because Lonzo's going to give you 15, 16 a night. Bled's going to give you 15, 16 a night. Steven Adams can give you 10 a night. That's fine. But you need the bench to start stepping up. Obviously, J.J. Redick has had his struggles so far this season. He actually gets hurt last night, doesn't make a shot. Nickeil Alexander-Walker has to play a lot. That's why Nickeil Alexander-Walker was in there at the end of the game. He was kind of in a rhythm. He ended up getting the last shot there because, JJ's out, and 2, Brandon Ingram got double teamed. I mean, it was the right play for Brandon Ingram to make. You can, discuss whether or not he should have taken the step back 3 or whether he should have, just taken it 2 because that's all he needed.
I don't want to be hypocritical myself because we just talked about yesterday on this program how like Brandon Ingram's maybe taking too many clutch shots and he needs to make the right play. And so that's a good point. You could argue that that's what it was right there. I just hate that you have Nah, who was already 0 of 4. Whatever. Nah has the greenest light of all time. The only greener light I've ever seen is probably Marshall Henderson on the college level. Like he ain't scared, which I can appreciate, but it hurts. It just hurt last night.
Yeah, and look, in that play, that's what you got to go with. You got to live with the shot. And as Stan said, at the end of the day, it was a wide open shot.
Yeah, fair.
But the way Zion was cooking Darius Bazley throughout the game, I would have liked to have just seen them try to draw something up for Zion and get to the basket because, one, you only need 1 point. So if Zion gets fouled, he's only got to make 1 or 2 free throws. He was I mean, that's his shot now. I mean, if Brandon Ingram's going to be your closer, you also have to look at Zion Williamson, who was just able to get to the basket at will. That's where I would have gone. I would have tried to get some sort of action to get it to Zion instead of going with a Brandon shot.
Yep.
Brandon is now 8 of 30 in the fourth quarter this year.
Damn.
Has not made a three-pointer in the fourth quarter this year. I expect those averages to even out. Last year he shot 46%, 41 from 3, 85 from the line, and averaged about 6 a game in the fourth quarter, which is second on the team, only behind Zion. But I still think I would have liked to have seen Zion get that last touch. But I can't be mad with,
especially down one.
Wide open three.
I mean, especially down one, right? I mean, like that's the opportunity to do it right there. Let him hit a game-winning shot. Have you ever seen anything like? Because now I feel like we're finally seeing like full-string Zion. Have you ever seen anything like his ability to finish around the rim from any different angle?
It's ridiculous. There's at least twice a game where he takes off and I goes, all right, this is a miss, and it goes in, and it's like, how? Like I don't understand what's happening right now. Of where this is coming from, how this is happening, and so his ability to kind of wiggle around, it reminds you of like a small guard,
yes,
who is getting in there and has to contort his body to score around the rim because that's the only way he can score. For Zion, I guess, being a 6'6" power forward, when you're going in against the trees, you do need to have a little bit of that guard mentality. So, but no, it's ridiculous. Like I said, there's at least 1 or 2 times a game I'm like, I don't know how he took off from that spot and made it to the rim and converted that successfully.
I mean, yeah, one of the ones last night to me, Danny just showed it on the YouTube stream, but it's the one where he basically jumps to the free throw line and then hits like a one-handed floater.
Yeah.
I mean, it drops right in. And I loved seeing him perform in the fourth, kind of lead that comeback, perform in crunch time. So, like, look, last night hurt in a lot of ways, but there are a lot of building blocks to still be very excited about. What do you think about the guard play thus far, Andrew, out of Lonzo and Bledsoe? What's your evaluation thus far?
Needs to be more consistent. That's kind of my main takeaway so far, is it needs to be more consistent. You would like to see Alonzo's shooting percentages get up. You'd like to see Bled do this kind of thing against a team that isn't the Toronto Raptors. I think I had a guy tell me the other day that basically if Eric Bledsoe played the Toronto Raptors every night, he'd be an All-Star. His shooting percentages are coming up right now. I think he's shooting like 38 or 39% from three. I think it's technically best on the team so far. You don't want to have a situation where Eric Bledsoe is your best three-point shooter. You need some other guys to step up. Lonzo right now just pulled it up. Yeah, Eric Bledsoe is the top three-point shooter on the team. Lonzo, you want to see those numbers come up. The consistency is what you want to see there. And I think on the other side of that is the starting guard play has been great. The bench guard play has not been very good. Josh is, I think, averaging 7 or 8 rebounds a game. He's doing phenomenal on the boards, helping out there.
He had 10 last night in like 28 minutes.
Yeah, so I think he's technically probably second on the team in rebounding at 8.5 a game. But he's shooting 36% from the field. Noah's shooting 38% from the field. JJ shooting 27. All of those numbers you would like to see get up a little bit, because those are going to be the guys who you need to step up. Kind of like we talked about earlier. You need more bench production, whether that's Noah, Josh, JJ. I do think JJ's will correct itself. I know JJ's 36, but JJ has a track record that you can't deny in terms of he's going to get it right eventually. But some of those other guys got to step up. We got to you got to see Stan start to get these guys some easier shots, maybe. And I think that's the next step that this team has to take.
2 things that I love from last night. Danny just said in the chat, Zion Saint sneakers were fantastic. And then, did the Steven Adams behind the back pass make the loss worth it, Andrew?
You know what? I'll say this. Every time Steven breaks out a move that I'm not expecting, it's just so much fun. Like the Euro from the first game, the behind the back pass, the fact that he was able to get a triple double last night. Steven Adams got a triple double. Steven Adams never
Wait,
had more
what?
than
I
6
did not. I
assists.
did not even realize that. Wow, that just flew under the
And,
radar.
and at one point he had, I believe, 5 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Which sent me trying to find who was the last person to have a rebound assist double-double, which was actually Kylo Quinn, of all people, not Draymond Green like I thought it was going to be. But, yeah, he ends up finishing with a triple-double, and he was the one who kind of talked about the defense last night, and then Will kind of asked him, hey, I know you probably, it doesn't matter in a loss. And he's like, yeah, man, I wish we would have bloody won, mate. And that's just a great Steven line. And I just feel like that's why everybody loves Steven.
Yeah, I had no idea Kylo Ren was so good at basketball. Huh, get it? Star Wars? Okay, we're going to go. Andrew, thank you so much, man. Real quick on the way out, what do you think? The Pelicans, they bounce back against the Hornets tomorrow, final fourth game in a row at home, final game of the homestand. How you feeling about it?
I would expect them to bounce back. It is the Lonzo versus LaMelo show.
Oh yeah.
I do think that they're going to try to kind of get Lonzo going early to give him the up on little bro.
Oh, I love it, man. Andrew Lopez. Follow him on Twitter. Check out his work on ESPN.com. Pelicans insider for the big boys over there at ESPN. Andrew, thanks so much, man.
No problem.
All right, later, brah. When we get back, closing out OTB. OT next.